Welcome to your Thursday morning movement yoga. So it's a little bit unique in the fact that we move dynamically through our poses. And like always, we don't have any judgments. And do what you can today. Every day brings something a little bit different to your mat. So embrace that. We're going to begin our practice for Thursday in standing position. So I need to release that. Go find that. Go find that. Good. All right, everyone come to their standing position. Just take a deep breath in, gather in all the energy that you will need today. Pull your hands into your heart space and give you a little bit of energy in through your palms. Just bow your head ever so slightly. I think there's somebody else checking too. You can gently rest your eyes. Today is Thankful Thursday. So what are you thankful for today? Take a few moments. Be thankful and be grateful. Roll those shoulders back and down. Take a scan through the body, survey from head to toe. Bring your awareness to the bottoms of your feet. Maybe create a little bit of a shift from your heel into your toes. And we will be utilizing the bottoms of your feet today. It will be a practice of strength, of education, exploring, discovering about yourself, ensuring that your breath fills your body and your breath is fluid. So iron out the breath now. Breathe in through your nose, fill your belly. And then exhale. With the breath, imagine it as energy. And it fuels you, it energizes you. Exhale anything you need to let go of right now. Wonderful. 3 more breaths, filling every nook and cranny in your body. And on that last exhale, let's open up our arms, roll the shoulders back and come into your mountain pose. Generously bend those knees. Inhale, root and rise up, nice and tall, looking up to your hands. A little bit of a back bend there. And then swan dive, take the length and then round out the shoulders, the head, tuck the chin in, let the head dangle. Give gravity the permission to sink you down a wee bit. Become mindful of the openness of the legs. Spin your tailbone up a little wee bit. Come up halfway, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Round out that spine and then again, root and rise up. Give me some beautiful energy. Good. And then relax those arms down, roll the shoulders back. Remember, perfect posture. We're going to come into a sequence. I'm going to turn to my right so you have a better view. I'd like you to be at the top of your mats. We're going to begin in chair pose. So with chair pose, your arms can be parallel to the floor or up. Sink into your heels. So think of ball of your big toe, ball of your baby toe. Think of tucking your tailbone as well. In chair pose, there's a little bit of a habit to release through the hips and dump into that lower back. So take your tailbone, round it out, and have a nice long line, tall spine. Good. Holding strong core. We're going to release our arms behind us ever so gently. And if this is challenging for your shoulders, micro bend the elbows a little bit, or you can lengthen the arms. Allow the thumbs to melt away. We're going to cascade forward, so give me some length. Exhale, cascade your body forward. Try to keep your thumbs away from your tailbone. Tuck your chin. How far you release your arms is totally your choice. So listen to your body. It is your best teacher. Return the hands slightly. Rise up. Release your fingers. Come into your extended mountain. Then back to chair. Releasing the arms behind you. Cascade forward. We're going to do this a few times to allow your body to become a little bit more supple. Rolling up. Allow your arms to come up, press into the earth. Inhale, exhale, sink. And as you're sinking, wrap those arms around, interlace or micro bend the elbows. Come forward, let the head go, chin in. You may notice now, become more mindful of your body, complying to your movements here. Wrap around and lengthen as you're cascading forward. Let the head down and then come back up. Beautiful. You ready? Let's do one more. Getting a little bit warmer. Perfect. Proud chest, rounded spine, and then just come into your powerful pose right here. I'd like you to balance onto the right leg. And we're going to do a little bit of balancing. Your toe can act as your kickstand. We're going to release the arms up to the sky. Come into a balance. Holding, breathing, calm. And then we're going to release. Just the toe taps down, palms to the earth. Good. And then lift up, tall. Notice my heel stacks underneath of my knee, not underneath of my butt. Okay, and then come back down into your powerful. So driving up through that right leg. Good, and then come back down. So flow, inhale, exhale, come down. You can set the kickstand down or you can keep that foot hovered. We'll do two more. Now you should feel that right leg talking to you. Good. Holding this position down again, arms can go where they need to be. Still balancing on the right leg. I like you to take that left leg and search as far back as you can. Load into the ball of your foot and sink your heel like it's searching. Perfect. Wrap those arms wide and around so that your fingertips try to touch your heel. And I would like your feet to be about hip distance apart. Otherwise, you're going to be too wobbly. So heel is down, ignite into the ball of your foot. Lifting up, try to extend long. Notice the long line from fingertips to toes. And exhale, sink your heel down. And then inhale up, press into the ball of your foot, and then release. Breath to movement. Inhale up, exhale back down. Beautiful. Inhale up, reach, reach, reach. The more you do it, the more reach you're going to get, the more length you're going to achieve. Beautiful. Lifting up, breathe. Two more of these. Opening up the body. Last one. Good. And roll those shoulders back and down right here. Taking the arms back up. We're going to alternate the arms. Wrapping around. So wrap the one arm open. Your eyes connect to your thumbs. And then back up, follow. Exhale the other side. And then inhale up. Exhale, wrap around. Return back up, beautiful. Use your breath. Back up, nice. Opening up side body, go a little further each and every time. Beautiful. One more each side. Reach. Meet me back up to the top, extend and reach, and then cascade right down to the floor. Straddle the front leg, dropping the hips. Now heel toe the right leg off to the side so that your arms are stacked underneath of your shoulders. Now I want you to lean into that right leg. Push in, and we're going to open up towards the side. So my arm is resting against the inside of my shin. And then we're going to connect back down to the floor. Square hips off, square shoulders off. Beautiful. Open up. And then I'm going to give you an option. Exhale down. If you want to, you can create a little bit of a bind so you get openness through the chest. And then connect to the floor. And then open up. Really press into that right hand. Create a bind. And then around. One more time. Strong and long. Good job. Perfect. And then come to the center with those arms. So walk your hands and your toes into the middle. So your toes and hands meet into the center. Perfect. Walk your hands up to your knees. We're gonna dip the shoulders in one at a time. So I lengthen, come into the middle, dip my other shoulder in. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale. Yes, inhale, exhale. One more. Perfect. Good timing there. Soften the knees a lot. Tip your torso up. We're going to come into a goddess pose right here. So your goddess pose, your hands are wide, elbows on an imaginary shelf. Shift your weight into one side. And as we shift, I want to take this hand and create a line with the thigh. Open up. Come back to center into your goddess pose. Shift to the other side. And as you're shifting, find your edge here. And then come into center. Exhale, shift. Beautiful. Into center. Pause and reach long. Love it. Beautiful work. Exhale, really push into the foot. So you're coming and lengthening the leg. Reaching, lengthening. Perfect. Really? And then down. Good. Coming into the center. Right here, we're going to lift up and then pull down nice and low. And then inhale, reach up. And then exhale, carve those elbows down. Nice. Inhale up. And then exhale. Two more of these. Are you alive? Are you coming alive for this happy Thursday? It's a beautiful day to be active and doing some yoga. Extend the arms out. We're going to go back to that right foot pivot and into our warrior two. Stacking your knee over top of ankle. Breath to movement, dynamically working our warrior two. So let's lift up tall. Exhale, push down. Inhale up. Exhale, push down. Inhale up. Push down. Taking the knee right above your ankle. And your breath rides out this action. So it's very calming, very soothing when you connect breath to movement. Two more of these. Nice. Holding it here. Now we're going to swoop the leg and the arm together to return you back to the front of your mat. Generously bend. Inhale up. Exhale. Heart leads. Round out your spine. Hang out right here. Grab hold of your elbows. Press your elbows into your palms. You're really splaying out your shoulder blades. Disconnect your elbows. Walk your fingertips out to the outside of the ankle. And then over to the other side. Back to center. Shoulders, set them back and down. Exhale, round out, root and rise up. Bring your hands to heart space. Beautiful work. Coming into big breath, mountain pose right here. We're going to do the same thing, but on the other side. Starting right from the top into our chair pose. Decide where your arms are going to be, down or up. Releasing the arms around you. Relax the shoulders down. Tip forward, cascade around, so you're wrapping around. And again, listen to your body. How far away can you take your arms? Some people are very, very tight in their shoulders. Again, no judgments. Okay, so if you want to put a little bend in the elbows, by all means. Come on, back up. Powerful pose right here. Sink down. Wrap the arms around. Cascade forward. Now let's get into our rhythm and our flow. Wrap the arms around. Dive forward. Return back up. Let's extend all the way. Powerful pose. Wrap around. Pull forward. Return back up. Amazing. Step all the way through. Sink in. Wrap around. Fold forward. Nice. And let's hold our position right here. Now we are going to balance on the left foot. The right foot now is balanced. So the right foot's covered. We're gonna come all the way up now into our balance. Active toe, good. And then come back down to your powerful pose. So you can have your arms extended here and then reach all the way up. Choose your option or come into the powerful. Again, toe touches or not. Lifting up. Notice my heel stacked underneath of my knee. So what you don't want to do is come and pull that heel up underneath. Let that toe drift away from you. Let's go 2 more. You're doing amazing. Push aggressively into the left foot, strong. This really builds up those stabilizers into the leg. Last one. Be strong, be strong. Push and lift. Come back down. You may want to connect that toe. From here, we're going to lift it up and we're going to search. Go as far back as you can. So really reach, push away from that front foot and land it. Get yourself, take a moment, get yourself into position. So you're up high on your toe, melt your heel away. Wrap your arms around now. You're like, oh, that felt better for the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back and down. Celebrate any type of spiciness that you're feeling because that means something good is happening. Push into the toe, reach, long line from fingertips to heel. Sink down, inhale, lift up, and then down. Breath to movement, feel your rhythm. Get in tune to that rhythm. Lifting and then sinking. Nice, lift and sink. 2 more. Lift up and then back down. Hold it up, wrap around with the arms, so open up. Keep your eyes and fingertips connected. Other side, look and follow your hands slowly and then connect back up. Wrap around to the other side, beautiful. Just opening up side body. 1 more each side, looking awesome. Other side. Coming to the front knee now, really reach all the way down, connect to the floor. You may have to wiggle that back foot back a little further so that the hips can sink down. I'm taking my left arm, stacking it underneath of my shoulder, and I rest my upper arm and my leg. So I'm sandwiching my arm and my shin. And then I'm able to open up. So that's my stabilizer right there. So my arm and my leg are connected. And then I connect back down. Give myself a moment to sink the hip, lengthen spine, open up. Really press into the earth. Choose your binding option here. So leg into arm, arm into leg, and you can wrap around for a bind. If it's available, if not, no worries. We'll go 2 more of these. Open, breath. Beautiful. Exhale as you open. Maybe bind this last one, and then come on down right to the floor. Sink the hips down a little bit deeper. Let's walk our hands now in towards the middle of our body. Reposition so your feet are wide. We're going to soften these. Walk your hands up to your legs. Dipping shoulder in. So just dip that shoulder, lengthen from shoulder to hip. So this is one I say, show me a little bit of attitude, side to side. Nice. Perfect. So breath in and then center. Good. Just dip it in one at a time. Feel the release through the side body. 1 more each side. Beautiful. Come into center. Rolling up, come into our goddess pose. Arms, stack them, and this is where we're going to be proud. Second round, so we're going to open up a little bit here. And then we turn back down. Let's shift to one side, and as we shift, release the arms, reach. Come into center, inhale, exhale. Inhale, now we're going to push through the legs. Your objective, fingertip to toe, open up, beautiful line in through the body. Yes, good. Inhale, exhale, nice. And Nice, beautiful move here. Ready? 2 more, 1 each side. Hold it into this goddess. We're gonna now pivot our left toe, angle the back one. Here's your warrior. Moving dynamically. Press into the earth, lengthen legs, lengthen arms. Imagine the air is thick and you're pushing the air down away. So you can follow your eyes and hands. That'll challenge your balance a little bit. Each time you come, can you sink deeper? You want to kind of get that thigh parallel to floor. Beautiful. Exhale, 2 more of these. Holding it right here. Nice. We're going to swoop the arm and leg together. Step, hands at heart space. Generously bend your knees. Inhale, big breath up. Nice. Forward fold right here. Let the head hang. Halfway lift. Exhale down, root and rise up. And then from here, let's wrap around our hips. So from here, grab hold of your hip. Look over shoulder. Inhale up. Try to keep everything squared off. Wrap around. Inhale up. Exhale, wrap around. 1 more. Beautiful. Let it go. Coming into center. Inhale. Hands to heart space. We're going to get into a little bit of a balance combo. So I'm going to again turn to the side. You can stay facing the front of your mat. So from here, we're going to come into what I call a stork to an eagle. So similar to what we did earlier, I'm going to lift up my legs and my arms are this time going to go straight out in front, thumbs to the sky. And now transition into eagle. So I take my right hand and my right leg and I cross and tighten down and I sink. I use my toe as a kickstand. If this is not available, just rest your hands on shoulder. And we're going to create a rhythm and a dynamic move. Unhook, come up to what I call a stork. And then wrap the arm, same arm and leg, wraps around and down or hooks to shoulders. Unleash and come on up. And then sink down, wrap around, hold tight. Sit down low, up the ride. And then wrap around. Good, now you got the rhythm. Let's get into 4 good pace ones. Down, and then lift up, down, wrap around. You can connect your toe or not. So my toe tries to be elevated the whole time. Last one. Feet together. Ooh, that was good. Did you feel that? Yeah, so wiggle that out. We're going to do a forward fold. Okay, a little bit of active recovery here. From here, hands are connected. You can bend your knees a lot, and we're going to roll to the balls of our feet and then heels. So kind of stepping and walking out. Really get acquainted to the bottoms of your feet, because when you're balancing, the bottoms of your feet are critical and it's so important. Your breath is also important, as is keeping a calm inner shell. Come up halfway now. Exhale, root and rise up. Hands to heart space. Perfect. So still at the top of your mat? Beautiful. Coming into lifting that stork pose, thumbs up. So let's have a solid inner shell, soft outer shell. I take my left arm, wrap around, sink in, and then open. You know your modifications, so you do those extremely well, listening to the body. So you have your stork, we're going to wrap around, hook elbow, and sink. Try to keep that toe elevated. Good, wrap that arm around, squeeze inner thighs, squeeze open shoulders. Anytime you have to use your kickstand, by all means do so. Push, lifting, pause,
controlling your seat here. Good, 2 more. And wrap around. Nice, connecting. Beautiful. Inhale up, well done. Reaching nice and tall. Roll onto the toes, heels, heart leads all the way down. Let the head go halfway lift. Exhale down, root and rise up. We're gonna work on a little bit of strength now for this next round. So get your shoulders and chest and upper back ready. We're still gonna come into our chair pose right here. So again, you're at the top of your mat. Okay, we're gonna start actually on the left side for this next sequence. So sink nice and deep. You're gonna step left foot and left arm way back into your warrior 2 right here. So scan through, make sure you have that beautiful warrior. We're gonna extend the warrior, so you're gonna reach, 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 reach. Take your hand and that back foot, roll around. We're gonna straddle this right foot. Sink the hips down. We're gonna come into plank. So releasing, and you can do a modified plank if you need to. Okay? Holding on to this for 2 breaths here, gaining some strength. And then we're also come into our first down dog of Thursday. We've been waiting for this. So press, making sure your hands are straight out. Your fingers facing the front. Perfect. Bring your 2 feet together. Lift up that right leg. We're going to bend the knee and we're going to open up our hip. And then return back down. Connect your feet again. We're going to do that 2 more times. Lift up, bend the knee, open your hips. Try to keep your weight distributed evenly in your palms. And then come back down. Good. Last time. Carve your heel up, bend at the knee, and then open up. Now this time we're going to take that right knee, drive it in towards that right wrist. Push your body away. Exhale, drive the knee in between your palms as you exhale. Your shin is just hovering. And the last one we're going to hold as we diagonally across. Now you can hold here if you wish, or extend your leg and come into wild thing. Peel your left arm off, and you're supported with the edge of your foot, stacking your shoulder blades. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, find the floor. Come into plank. Drop your knees, and I'd like everyone to come into a knee drop here to strengthen up our push-up. So making sure your hands are like splayed out a lot, index finger towards the top of your mat. Roll your elbows in. You're going to do half a push-up. Now, I find people will lead with their chin. To avoid that, what I want you to do is look to the left shoulder. So your ear is in between your hands. Now sink down. This will help keep your head in alignment. Push the floor away. Good. Turn your ear the other way if that helps. And sink down. About halfway, and then push the floor away. We're going to do 2 more of those. Okay, even if you get down a little wee bit, but that your head is in line, that's important. If you can go a little deeper and hover, if you're strong today, then do that. Okay, over to the other side. Sink way, way, way down. And then push the floor away. I think our arms deserve a little bit of a break, don't you? Take those knees apart. Sink your hips down. Child's pose. Nice. Place your head onto the floor. Breathe. Open up through the ribs. Nice. Stay with the breath. And again, you want to make sure that you have your options during that sequence. Let's pull your body through. Align, tuck your toes. Stacking, hover your knees right here. Shift a little forward, and then shift back. Shifting forward, and then shift back. Surrender your knees onto the floor. Walk your hands out slightly. We're going to revisit how to get into your down dog. So with your toes tucked, I want you to shift your hips almost as if you're going into that child's pose. Now push into your feet and hands, mostly those arms, so you push away. And the last thing, once you get into position, your legs extend. So see that difference? Good. Soften your knees, lift your hands, tippy toe up. Halfway lift. Exhale, round out spine, root and rise up. Mountain pose. Beautiful. Still at the top of your mat. Inhale up, big breath. Swan dive, let the chest lead, and then round out. It feels so good to move. It feels wonderful to start circulating that blood, and then from here we're going to laterally lean into that one side. Pull and lift to the other side. And then back to center, hands to heart. So prepping for the other side. Coming into your powerful pose or chair pose. Right here. And again, you can modify. Take the arm and around the right side, come into your warrior. So you may need to wiggle. You want your hips to be open and sinking down low. Take that hand, over we go, straddle the foot. Long lunge, sink down into your hips. Just feel the length. Really become mindful of how your body's moving. Come into your plank. Good, we're gonna hold this plank. If your feet are together, it's more challenging. You need to modify. Just drip your knees and take your hips. What I don't like to see is have those knees come in. Good. 3, 2, hip hinge. Now come into your down dog. Beautiful. Good. And you may need to pedal out. Show me a little bit of attitude here. Nice. Bring your feet together. We're going to lift up that right leg. Active heel, bend at the knee, and then open up. Return back down. Feet are together. Reset. Evenly distribute the weight in your palms. Heel, carve it up, bend at the knee, open up. Keep your eye gaze onto that ankle, left ankle. Last one, carve it up, bend at the knee, open. We're going to take this leg now. Knee comes very close to the floor, so you're hovering your shin, hover in, hinge forward, and then lifting back up. Exhale, take your knee in between your two thumbs. Push strong and long, diagonally cross, holding it, extend the leg, peel the left arm off. And again, if this is not available, you can keep your hands onto the floor. Perfect. And then reconnect to the floor, and then coming back into your down dog. Pedal it out. Good. Hinge, dropping to knees. Are we ready to work our chest again? I hope so. So, splay out, thumb, and finger. Air all 5 pads, try to get them closest to the floor as you can. Roll your elbows in, take your head to one side. That'll prevent you from leading with your chin. Halfway, little pause, and then push the floor away. Are you breathing? Inhale to come down halfway. Exhale, push the floor away. Let's look at the other side. Oh, this is good. And then coming down, there's my marker. And then coming up, we'll do 2 more. Good, last one. And then push the floor away. And then let's come into a little bit of a rest where we take our hip bones back and we into our child's pose. Lengthen the arms out. Sink those hips, breathe into the hips. Good, well done. We're gonna pull ourselves forward and we're gonna actually take a little lie down on the mat. We're gonna do what's called a Sphinx Pose. So Sphinx Pose is when you have those arms out wide. So we're gonna work the back body. Have your feet a little bit wider, tops of your feet onto the floor. Pushing a little bit into your forearms, but allow the chin to come close to chest. Try to avoid lifting up. As soon as you lift up, you compress that cervical spine and then tense up through your upper traps. So this is your first option. And if this is your happy place for your spine, pay attention, and this is awesome. If you wanted to go that extra little effort, by all means, press into your palms and lift and hover your forearms. Maybe even lengthen the arms, and then exhale, sink back down. Your IB should be glued in between your thumbs. Good. Inhale, awesome, and then exhale. Good. Use your breath or hold your position. We're only going to do 2 more. But holding, there's a lot to be said about just holding your position. So don't feel bad if you're just holding, because it's doing wonderful things. All right, from here, let's sink down right into the floor, round out, bend the knees, and allow the heels just to windshield wash back and forth. Just allowing the lower spine to let go. It feels wonderful. It feels delicious, actually. Well done. We're going to come up to the center and onto our tabletop. We're going to round out the spine, tuck your tailbone, do our cat-cows, undulating the spine. When we do our cat-cows, we really push into the floor, let the head drop, and then as you're coming through, use the floor for energy to pull your heart through the arms. Push your tailbone, squeeze the glutes. You're very acquainted with spine. Push. Good. And undulate. Bring it back to neutral. Coming back, we're going to round out the spine, come into our child's pose. Anytime you do a back bend, it's really good and healthy for the back to do an opposing move and round out the spine. Let's pull back up to our tabletop. We're going to come into a pigeon. So bring that right knee up to the wrist. I like to encourage my shin. Wiggle my left leg back. Okay, and coming up nice and tall. So you want length as you come forward. So as you're walking through, try not to round and tip your ribs. You want your ribs to be open and long, and so there's beautiful space in the lungs and sink down. Find your pigeon. You may want to step. If you're comfortable here, hold it and just breathe, and you can ignore the modification. If you need that modification, you go 90-90. So 90-90 is one foot in front, the other one as well. So 90-degree bend, my heel is away from my knee, and I fold forward. Just a different position with your legs. So choose whichever option is best for your hips. Holding our pigeon is very highly recommended. A lot of people hold stress into their hips, so usually requires a little bit of extra time for some self-care in those hips. One more breath. Stacking your bones, push up. We're going to sit into our glute. We're going to wrap the leg around. If you can, take the foot on the inside of the knee. If this is too much for you, you can extend that leg out in front. Press into the earth with the left hand, lift up the right arm, wrap around. Open up your heart and chest and spin away. Make sure you exhale as you spin, getting into our seated spinal twist. Good. And then unraveling. So facing the front as you unravel, let's have our right foot out. I'm going to tuck this foot on the inside. I'm going to draw a line from my leg into my palm. And I pretend I have a platter here in my hand. And I push, I squeeze my glutes, and I open up like a big star. And as I sink down, I'm going to lift off that arm and I'm going to come towards my big toe, drop my head. Repeating that move. So wrap the arms around, draw a line from your leg, hips, palm, lift up. Sink down. Beautiful. Take the arms, swing it around, square your shoulders off to the knee, relax your head and breathe. Peel that left arm up, scoop around, tall, planted. Throw that plate over your head, squeeze the glutes, yes, and sink back down. Let's go 2 more of these. Or take that arm, wrap it around, head drops, spin that arm around, lift and reach. Last one. Maybe go a little further this time, a little deeper. Good, and let's finish off right here. We're gonna wrap around, come into all fours. We're gonna do the same thing, but to the other side. So scoot your left knee up towards your left wrist. Wiggle the long leg back. Sometimes I encourage my shin bone to come a little more parallel to the top of my mat. This is where I extend my torso. I pull my body so I find length here. I don't round my spine, so I lengthen the stacking. So there's no real competition that you have to get to the floor. Close your eyes, marinate into this pose. If you're comfy, hold it here. If not, you can revert back to your 90-90, which is taking this leg out to a 90 degrees and then this leg to 90. Notice space between my heel and my thigh. I square everything off. I come forward. So it's good to choose those options. It's good to have them. And it just modifies to suit your anatomy. Doesn't mean you're less of a yogi. It just means you're adapting to your own body. And that's beautiful. 3 more breaths here. So really surrender. Let anything surface go. So continue to observe here. 1 more breath. Really let go. Take your hands under your shoulders. Push your body up. You're going to sink into that glute. Good. Wrap that leg around. If you want to, you can hook on the outside of the knee. This time I press with my right hand. I lift up high first. So I get length in my spine as I wrap around. I open up my heart in between my palm and my shoulder. And I exhale, because every time you exhale, a muscle releases and lets go a little deeper. Shining your heart up and over. Nice. 1 more breath. And then we're going to unravel. And I'd like to take my right leg out, supporting myself about a foot away from my hip. And I'm on a little bit of a line here. Here's my platter. And I lift up. And then I wrap around. Good. I think I'm doing the other one. So I'm going to switch here. Lifting up. That's better. And then coming down. Moving around all the time. Mixes the brain up. Placing my hand aligned with hip. Throw that platter over top. Good. Controlling down. Reaching, lengthening. Good. Taking it up. Lift. And then coming back down. Good. Breath to movement. A little pause on the hamstring and then a little pause when you reach and lengthen. Sink the hip down, wrap around. And again, lift up. And then down. 1 more of these. Go to your depths. Full length, squeeze the glutes. And then back down. Coming to center, and just bring your feet out in front of you. And so I want you to dial your toes up and your arms are to the side. So this is like a stick pose. And this pose looks very simple, but often very challenging. So your back is very straight. So land on those sits bones. Try to create lengthen through, right through the crown of your head. Keep your nose, chin, chest in alignment. So what do I mean by that? It means when I go to turn, I don't crank my head all the way around. I keep my eye gaze in front of my chest. Keep my toes active. By keeping my toes active there, it'll engage into my lower core to keep me stabilized. Come into center. Exhale. Okay, notice I'm not looking over my shoulder, very much isolating through my intercostals and my obliques here. So that's the benefit. Inhale. Exhale. Notice the breath guide you. Nice. You're doing amazing. And then we'll do one more each side. Inhale, exhale. From here, lift up tall. Imagine you're hanging on to a block. And again, don't lose that integrity into your feet. So always hike up the toes. Your back should be spicy and talking to you right now. Biceps beside your ears. Take your head with you. Laterally lean to one side. And then come back. Stabilizers, firing. Your back muscles love this. Inhale, tall. Exhale. Think of cinching your rib and your hip together on each side. Exhaling. Can you feel this? I hope so. And laterally lean. One more. And let's give our back a little bit of a break. You can diamond your feet, giving some length, fold forward here. Now you can cup your toes, or you can thread through onto the floor. Regardless which way, there's no right, there's no wrong of what feels good for you today. Sometimes I thread through, sometimes I go over top. Just as a matter of how you feel that day. Let the head go. Give me a little bit of pull, and I mean little, subtle. So you create length and then continue to melt towards the floor. Gravity is there to help you. If you need to close your eyes, by all means, close your eyes. Drop your chin a little bit closer to chest. Allow the knees to melt open. And be a little patient here in this pose. And let it do its magic. Good. Unhook your hands and start to restack your spine. Grab hold of the knees, pull them in. We're going to take our feet hip distance apart. I'm going to lean back a little bit. So I'm being open, right? So I'm on a little bit of a V. This can be the beginning of your boat pose. If this is your happy place, you stay right here. If not, hover one heel, hover the other. Maybe this is your happy place. This is where you need to stay. You need to extend one arm out and the other, right? Maintaining this nice V position. Shins parallel to the sky. Lift up and then all the way down. Breathe in. So this encourages you to breathe, to fuel your abdominal muscles with oxygen that they need. Good. 3 more of these. Be strong. Exhale. Last one. Good work. Return your heels, coming up tall, and then rounding out. Grabbing hold of the outsides of your feet. Round out. So pull and round out the spine, tuck in, and then open up the heart. And then round out by pulling your back away from your feet. Open up. And then we're going to hold this rounded position. Feel the shoulder blades splay apart here. Extend your legs. We're now going to come into our Shavasana pose. So we're going to earn our Shavasana. Coming right here into the center. Palms hover over top. We're going to get into our Shavasana the same every time. And this is where you tuck your pelvis, you be acquainted with that spine, and you connect your spine, each vertebrae one at a time. I have my feet active, and active feet encourage me to be in control of my lower core. Chin, tuck it in. Control it. Deep tucking, chin. And then each vertebrae hits the floor. Open up your arms to the sky. Allow the feet to drift open. Connect to breath. As you settle in, get comfortable. Breathe in through the nose. Allow the body to really start to let go. Give it permission to be here in this space, in calm and quiet and in stillness. The calmer and stiller that you are, the louder your universe will speak to you. Feel the breath enter through the nose, filling your nasal cavity, entering down through your throat, chest, and lungs. Feel the chest and belly rise. Acquaint yourself with your own breathing rhythm. Be mindful. And be thankful for breath, this event that happens day in, day out. No thought, just happens and keeps us alive. The lines of your face start to disappear. Can you soften more around the corners of your eyes and nose and mouth? Disconnect your tongue from the roof of mouth and watch your jaw sink. You are the observer right now, not the doer. Maybe tuck your chin down a wee bit. Eliminate all that monkey chatter in your brain. Not thinking about the past, nor projecting the future. Be present in this moment. Shoulder blades sink into the floor. As you exhale, send heaviness through the arms. The bones sink. Fingertips float, and notice the natural curves of your fingers. Visualize your spine, natural curves. Your tailbone connects firmly to the floor. As you exhale, heaviness through the legs. Bones sink, muscles melt. Your toes float. They say everyone's heart sings its own song. Take a moment and really listen to the song your heart is singing to you. And begin awakening the body by wiggling your fingers and organically move whatever feels right for you. Circling the wrists, the ankles, the toes, fingers, maybe make a fist, and then let anything go. Take your hands above your head. Point toes, reach with those fingers, tuck your chin in, and pull your knees into your chest. You can still have your eyes closed and observe how your body's awakening and how you are feeling. Notice how wonderful you now feel. Rolling over onto one side, into our fetal position, and this is where we show a breath of gratitude. Begin to take your time, push your body up into a seated position. Take your hands at your heart space. Lift up through the crown of your head, tall spine, draw your chin down. Survey your body. Take a deep breath. And maybe bring strength where there is weakness. And maybe bring light where there is darkness. And maybe bring compassion where there is sorrow. And maybe bring courage where there is fear. Thank you for coming out and sharing your yoga poses with me today. Namaste. Thank you, beautiful people, for joining me today. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. And remember that you can join me on YouTube at any time. And next on Sunday, 9 o'clock again. Next Thursday, 9 o'clock. So, namaste.
Thank you, Heather. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. Have a great day.
Great day. Have a great day, Heather.
Thanks.